If you want to attract what you want, you've got to see yourself already with it. You've got to understand that you've already got it. Use your imagination. See yourself already in possession of the good you desire.
If you're willing to change your thinking, you can change your life. And so what we believe about ourselves and about life is going to become true for us.
When you reach a goal, you're going to act like you're already there. It's already happened intellectually the second you think about it. It's already happened emotionally when you're emotionally involved in it. So it's only a period of time until it manifests in physical form. Right. But because it's not in physical form, we act like we haven't got it yet. Well, so that's why most people stay stuck.
This is the reason why 99% of the people get stuck and self-sabotage, because consciously they're looking for, more money. I want to manifest more money. I want to manifest more abundance, and I want to be a better version of myself. But then up in your mind, it automatically finding the reason and evidence that you're not worthy, that you're not confident, that you cannot do it.
Truly change is to think greater than your environment. And every great person in history knew this. Whether it was William Wallace or Mahatma Gandhi or Martin Luther King or Queen Elizabeth I or Joan of Arc, they all had a vision. They all had an idea. Couldn't see it, couldn't smell it, couldn't taste it, couldn't feel it, but it was alive in their mind. It was so alive in their mind that they began to live as if that reality was actually happening now.
We act as if we already have the manifestation that we want. If we act as if we already have the reality which we desire, it will come to us. If we vibrate at the frequency of what we want, we will attract what we want. So if we start acting as if we are who we want to be now, acting as if we have what we want to have now, we will then attract it. It will actually become our reality.
What would you be doing in the best version of yourself? Imagine what you'd be doing for a living. Imagine how people would respond to you. Imagine the kind of conversations you have with people, the daily habits you have, the kind of books that you would read. Imagine all of these things. And then, for a certain period every day, act as if that is who you are. The more we think, feel, and act as if that is who we are, the more we are resonating with that reality, and the more that will become who we are.
The minute you start to think of a thought, right? If you say, this is the car I love, or this person, or this house, or this career, your mind does something unique. It will automatically follow and adjust its frequency to create that feeling.
You've got to realize that the minute you hold your mind in harmony with the good you want, then you've already got it. It's only a period of time till it manifests in physical form. You've got it intellectually, and you can talk to somebody about it. You've got it emotionally, you can share your feelings. It's only a period of time till it moves into form. That's called the perpetual transmutation of energy. That is a law, first law of the universe. Do it. See yourself with what you want.
What is it you really want? What they usually say to you is, well, I don't want this. And they give you a whole list of what they don't want. They don't think about what it is they do want. But if you tell the universe what you don't want, then how can the universe bring good things to you? Because the list of what you're giving out is not wrong.
You see yourself, your imagination, you've got to be that person. Before you can do something, the universe must be something. So you've got to be it intellectually. You've got to be it emotionally. Well, it's only a period of time then until it manifests physically. That's one of the first laws of the universe, is the perpetual transmutation of energy. Energy is moving into form. Always. To form, moving into form, through form, back into form again. So we cause it all to happen the way we think and the way we stay locked into ideas.
A person is what he thinks about all day long. The way you think determines the way you react and respond to things happening around you. The way you react and respond determines your emotions. Your emotions determine your actions, and your actions determine your results. Everything begins with your thinking.
We all have the most incredible life with everything we want. It just comes down to our thoughts. I mean, it's not that you have to go out and conquer the world. That isn't it. It just comes down to your thoughts. That's it. And so if you're struggling with negative thoughts, it just means you're not putting in deliberately enough positive thoughts. Because if you put in enough positive thoughts, the mind is just a program. And so you put in enough positive thoughts, the mind will start to be programmed to only have positive thoughts appear to you.
A particular activating system in your brain filters 11 million bits of information per second, but it only lets in the particular information which is the perfect match with your identity. That means if you think I'm unlucky, then this is exactly what you get. Your brain seeks the evidence to match with that belief so that you can experience exactly what you're thinking up in your mind. So if your identity says, I am not confident, then your brain literally go and find information that matches with your identity, which is you're not confident. So it will ignore every other compliment and all these great things that you should realize and you should receive. It's going to be deleted, distorted, and then generalized by built up in your mind.
Your goal is not to run a marathon, the goal is to become a runner. But it's not to write a book, the goal is to become a writer. Because once you've adopted that identity, you're really not even pursuing behavior change anymore. You're just kind of acting in alignment with the type of person you already see yourself to be.
So acting as if is a state of being, it's a state of thought, it's a state of seeing something and just visualizing it or thinking about it as you're having it. Okay? That's what act as if is. If you can do that with anything, and the key now is the repetitive thought from the conscious mind. You gotta keep thinking about it, you gotta keep seeing it. And what happens, that information goes to your subconscious, the subconscious says, this is important, and it'll start to matter.
The way we think, the way we act, and the way we feel. All these things create our vibration. Okay? All these things create our vibration. When we start to slowly change these, we begin to change the intent that we want to be. We begin to change the reality that we want to have. If your bank account has like $10 in it, take a screenshot of the $10, put it in Photoshop, and add some zeros. Paste it back in. I used to do that all the time. And so you see your actual bank account page, but it actually says $1 million instead of 10. And just look at that. And just look at that. And if you just look at it, you'll start kind of thinking in that way. You'll start kind of thinking as a millionaire. It will come automatically.
Listen, you don't need more discipline. You don't need another strategy or another marketing plan or another employee in your company. But what you need is a new identity. Because every thoughts and emotions and actions and literally mental decision up in your mind, there's hundreds of mental decisions, hundreds of physical action that you automatically do. Everything is coming from your identity. The identity literally curate the desire as well as the pattern and an expected result in your reality. And therefore, there's a specific action plan that's already planned up in your mind. So if you change your subconscious and identity level, everything that follows the identity will change automatically. But in other words, if you don't change that deepest part, the core part of your subconscious, which is your identity, nothing will be changed.
Used to smoke, right? So if I came to you today and I offer you a cigarette, what would you say?
Sir, nobody or nobody. No, sir, no.
Sir, no, sir, nobody. Okay. So why?
Because I don't want it.
Yeah. Why?
Because doesn't make me happy anymore.
Yeah. Most people, you wouldn't say, what brand is it? You go, no. And the reason why is you're no longer a smoker. It's not your identity. If you thought you're a smoker, you might go, well, what brand is it? Well, maybe I'll have one, whatever it is, right? It's like when people tell me, I'm on day 4 of not drinking or not smoking, and go, why are you counting? So you can tell people how many days you last this time before you go back again. It's like when you change your identity, I'm not one of those, you're not gonna do it anymore.
You don't need more goals. You don't need another vision. You don't even need more motivation. What you need to do is kill the version of you that can't survive the success you say you want. Because if your identity doesn't match your ambition, your nervous system will sabotage everything you build, and it will call it just being tired, burned out, or not ready yet. See, your brain has one priority, which is consistency, and it would rather protect an old, outdated version of you than embrace a new one it doesn't recognize. So you start making progress, and right when the momentum picks up, you pull back. Not because you're scared of failure, but because success feels like a betrayal of who you've been.
Think of your unique talents and abilities. Think of your core skills, the things that you do exceptionally well that account for most of your success in your profession and in your personal life right now. Think of what an exceptional person you really are, all things considered. When you do this exercise and create a personal inventory of all your best points, you accept yourself even more as you grow in self-confidence and self-esteem. Soon enough, you feel terrific about yourself and become even more dedicated to the realization of your full potential.
You can't change what you are without upgrading how you think. And that means working with the system your brain actually uses to evolve. So you're not crazy for finding change difficult. You're not broken, you're just wired for sameness. Your brain doesn't care about your goals, it cares about keeping you alive, and the best way to do that is by predicting what happens next. That means even good change can feel like danger if it's unfamiliar. It's not about what's rational, it's about what's known. The more predictable your life feels, the safer your brain assumes it is. That's why even self-destructive habits can feel comforting. Staying in a job you hate still gives your brain a reward, certainty. Even if you're miserable, at least you know what's coming. Each time you repeat a behavior, your system goes, see, still alive, let's keep doing that. This is what psychologists call cognitive dissonance. It's when your actions and identity don't match. Your mind flips out, not because something's wrong, but because something's inconsistent. If you've spent 10 years seeing yourself as undisciplined, and then suddenly you wake up at 5 a.m. to run hill sprints, your brain raises the red flag. It doesn't ask, is this better? It asks, does this match our story? And if it doesn't match, it fights back.
It's gonna feel better when it's over. And you know this. You know this. You know that when you get done doing the hard thing, it's gonna feel better. Waking up, working out, taking care of some tedious task. You know you will feel better when it is done. You know that. You also know that if you don't do the hard thing, the thing that you don't want to do, that you don't feel like doing, you know if you don't do it, you're going to feel inferior. You know you're going to feel weak. Remember that the pain right now will absolutely pay off in the future. And the capitulation and the conceding defeat to weakness, that will absolutely result in the pain of regret and remorse later. You know this to be true. So don't allow it. Remember the feeling of victory that comes from doing the right thing, the hard thing. Remember that feeling, and then go get it done.
You specify your damn goals, because how are you going to hit something if you don't know what it is? That isn't going to happen. And often people won't specify their goals too because they don't like to specify conditions for failure. So if you keep yourself all vague and foggy, which is real easy because that's just a matter of not doing as well, then you don't know when you fail. And people might say, well, I really don't want to know when I fail because that's painful. So I'll keep myself blind about when I fail. That's fine, except you'll fail all the time then. You just won't know it until you've failed so badly that you're done. And that can easily happen by the time you're 40. So I would recommend that you don't let that happen. So that's willful blindness, right? You could have known, but you chose not to. Okay, so once you get your goal structure set up, you think, okay, if I could have this life, looks like that might be worth living, despite the fact that it's going to be, anxiety-provoking and threatening, and there's going to be some suffering and loss involved and all of that, obviously. The goal is to have a vision for your life such that, all things considered, that justifies your effort.
How to act as if without feeling like a fake, which is very common for people, because the moment they say, what? I'm not able to say I want something, because if I say I want something, it means I'm currently in the lack of something, and I don't attract what I want, I attract what I am. So therefore, I need to kind of fake it and say, I am rich. Yes, I am. When I'm looking at my bank account and I'm looking at it, I'm thinking, no, I'm not. So how do you actually get across this? First of all, is to understand this way. Time is not linear. In human consciousness, we understand time, there is a past, there is a future, there is a now. Outside of this, time is not real because we are multi-dimensional beings. If we start understanding that, it means everything is energy, energy is everything. Energy cannot be created nor destroyed. What does that mean? It means that a thought that you have that you want to manifest in future, you did not think about it and you did not create that energy because you can't create energy. It is literally transferred. So what does that mean? It means that what you want to attract is already in existence. Hey, I'm going to repeat that again. What you want to attract, that thing you want to manifest right now, is already in existence. How do I know that? It's very simple. You cannot think and you cannot visualize what is not already there.
The degree to which you feel in control of your life will largely determine your level of mental well-being, your peace of mind, your happiness, and the quality of your interactions with other people. And the only thing in the world over which you have complete control is the content of your conscious mind. You decide what to think, no one else. If you decide to exert that control and keep your mind on what you want, even when you're surrounded by difficult circumstances, your future potential can be unlimited.
What's your desire today? And don't be shy about it. Are you hard up with money, or having problems in your marriage, or struggling with your health? Whatever your desire is, here's how to move from the problem state to its solution. Ask yourself, what would it be like if your desire were a reality right now? How would you feel like if you were already the person you want to be? Then move into that space inwardly and catch that feeling, catch that mood, think from it. Move toward a change in your bank balance, move toward a change in your marriage or in your health. In other words, move toward the solution and persist in it. And then here's what's going to happen. When you're moving in your imagination to where your desire is already a reality, then you're preparing a place for your desires to be fulfilled. So when you return, you'll walk through a series of events which will then lead you to where you have placed yourself, and you will get what you believe.
Fix the things you repeat every day, because people tend to think of those as trivial, right? You get up, you brush your teeth, you have your breakfast, you have your routines that you go through every day. Well, those probably constitute 50% of your life. And people think, well, they're mundane, I don't need to pay attention to them. It's like, no, that's exactly wrong. The things you do every day, those are the most important things you do. Hands down. All you have to do is do the arithmetic. You figure it out right away. So 100 adjustments to your broader domain of being, and there's a lot less rubbish around, and a lot fewer traps for you to step into. And so once you've got your mind and your emotions together, and once you're acting that out, then you can extend what you're willing to consider yourself and start fixing up the things that are part of your broader extent.
And one way to let go of limiting beliefs is to simply realize that we are enough already. That many times we are looking for something outside of ourselves, and by doing that, we are reaffirming to ourselves that we are not enough. You could see that maybe some of that came from childhood believing, conditioning of the past, and what you can do is just simply be aware that it's there, and then decide to let it go. It is really that easy. When you ask yourself the question, what is the memory that made me have this kind of belief? Your brain will look for the answers in the past. You can look at it, be aware of it, and decide to let it go. And when you let it go, you let go of all the momentum of that energy, all of the momentum of that emotion, and then you can simply decide in the split second that from this point going forward, you are going to be who you prefer to be. Realize that more so than just trying to get what is outside of ourselves is remaining in the state of being that we prefer, in knowing that our focus is what dictates what we feel, and our beliefs about who we are is what really allows us to embody who we prefer to be. And the more that we amplify those emotions in our daily life, the more likely we are to perceive of opportunities that will align us for what we want to experience in our life.
So your brain, according to neuroscience, is organized to reflect everything you know in your life. Your brain is a record of your environment. It's a record, an artifact of your past. So if you believe this, then does your environment control your thinking, or does your thinking control your environment? So if you wake up in the morning and you get out of bed on the same exact side as you did the day before, you shut the alarm clock off with the same finger, you slip into your favorite slippers, you shuffle into the bathroom and you use the toilet like you always do, then you walk over to the mirror and you look at yourself to remember who you are, then you get into the shower and you wash yourself in the same routine way, then you groom yourself to look like everybody expects you to look, then you go downstairs and you drink coffee out of your favorite mug, then you drive to work the same way as you did the day before, you see the same people that push the same emotional buttons, You do the exact thing that you know how to do and you memorize and can do so well that you're an expert at. Then you hurry up and rush home so you can hurry up and check your emails, so you could hurry up and go to bed, so you can hurry up and do it all over again. Now, here's my question. Did your brain change at all that day? We could say that you were thinking the same thoughts, performing the same actions, that create the same experiences, that produce the same emotions, but secretly expecting something to change in your life.